with the man with the beautiful lips, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
In the new in the new movie At First Sight, and you'll remember her from wonderful roles that she played, like Witness and Top Gun, The Accused. Would you please welcome Kelly McGillis? How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10".
No, we're just short, Marie.
Speak for yourself.
No, you are short.
You have quite the energetic crowd today.
Aren't they wonderful?
They are. They're great.
It's fun to have you back in Hollywood. Does it feel strange to come back and visit here?
No, I grew up here, so I, have a lot of friends here and family, and it's always fun to go shopping because there's nothing to do in Key West but go to Kmart, so it's kind of fun to broaden my horizons.
Yeah, we should mention that.
Yeah, a real department store.
We should mention you moved to Florida, to Key West.
Yeah, I live in Key West, so
Yeah.
the shopping there is very limited, but it probably saves me a bundle of money. My little 5-year-old every time I come home, she says, "Mommy, we must go shopping." So I think, thank goodness I live in Key West. She hasn't been introduced to Fred Siegel's yet, or Barney's.
Yeah.
Barney's can be scary.
Well, yes.
Woo! You have how many children?
I have 2 little girls.
Two
8
little
and 5.
girls. Oh, how fun. That's great.
Yeah, thank
What do they need? What do they need?
you. Kelsey is the 8-year-old and Sonora is the 5-year-old.
That's pretty.
A pretty name, Sonora.
Yeah. You stay quite busy down in Key West, I understand. You run a restaurant as well?
Yeah, we have a 350-seat restaurant that my husband and I run when we're there. I mean, he's there all the time. Thank goodness I'm not having to be there all the time.
Does he love restaurant, what do they call it, restaurant
Restaurant tour?
Tour, yes.
Yeah, well,
I've never heard of that.
I think you have
Restaurant
good days
Restaurant
and bad
tour.
days like you have everything else.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the name of the restaurant?
Kelly's Caribbean Bar and Grill.
Okay.
And we're opening a new one this next year called Kelly's Key West.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have key lime pie there?
Of course we do.
Okay.
How was yours? Did you have good key lime pie?
You know, a lot of people say ours is the best that they've had. Now, I'm not
Really?
going to brag,
Yes.
but I think that's a wonderful
You
compliment,
know, there is a
Absolutely.
plane called FedEx, and one could be sent to our show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know.
And we could maybe taste it on air.
Yes, we could taste it
We
on
could
air.
let everybody know.
Okay.
Is it true you met your husband when you went to get a yacht?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, I was breaking up with my boyfriend at the time, and so I went down to my mom and dad's house in Newport Beach to visit them. And I thought, well, gosh darn it, I'm going to go buy a boat because I just bought a house in Marina del Rey, which wasn't ready yet. So I walked across a little bridge from the island where they live, and I walked in this yacht broker's office, and I met this guy, and he went and showed me a boat, and he was down below, and I was standing up above, and I thought, my goodness, this guy is like something else. I mean, and from that day on, we hadn't ever been apart for 5 years.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, it was
Isn't
pretty
that
amazing.
wonderful? I love stories like that. I really love that.
Did you end up buying the yacht?
No, he talked me out of the boat, talked me into getting
But
him
So
a
it
boat.
is true
you
love.
got the best part of the
True
deal.
love.
I did. We bought a boat many years later.
Yeah, yeah.
Fun. That's
I
very fun.
mentioned at the beginning of the show, I saw bits and pieces of the film you did with Val. It looks really, really interesting.
Now you play his sister, right?
Yes, he's blind,
Yeah.
and he falls in love and moves away from home, and I'm his rather overly protective sister who has taken care of him all his life. And it's a love story, and it's a story about a blind man who gets his sight back. It's kind
They
of...
say that's very traumatic.
Well, in the film, it certainly made me think twice about if I were blind, would I really want to go through that? I mean, I'd never thought about it really until I did this movie.
I mean, you would think that you would want it, but apparently it is very traumatic.
Well, see, our 2 oldest brothers are deaf, and so you think about those things. You know, what if they got their hearing back?
Right.
What would that do to them? Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, when you see the film, you'll see your brain isn't programmed to deal with that information. So I do think it is, or can be, very traumatic. And is it right for us to meddle with that? I don't know. I mean, those are some of the things that the film brings up.
We actually have a scene from the film we want to take a look at, right behind you.
Okay.
I gotta tell you,
Wow. Did you enjoy working on this show?
Yeah, I did very much. It was fun to work with Val, which we went to Juilliard together, so before even Top Gun, so it was quite fun to kind of reunite and reminisce about things. And there's also a certain long, history that you have with somebody that we didn't have to create because we have shared experiences,
That's nice.
which was really nice. And
You've chosen some very interesting roles over the years, parts to play. What do you look for in a script before you say, yes, I want to jump in and do that?
Lord, I wish I knew. I don't know, it depends, it depends on what I think might be interesting. It might be subject matter, it might be the character, it might be whatever I feel is important socially for me to express at that point in time. It might be something that I want to work on in my craft, say something I've never felt I've ever done before.
Right.
There are no kind of set and hard rules in my life about any of that. I wish I had a little formula that I said, oh.
Well, you're doing so much now besides film and Shakespeare Company and all the things that you're doing. We
Right,
really wish you great luck on everything.
Oh,
The
thank
film
you.
comes out
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We
We're
wish you all the
excited to
best
see it.
with it.
Thank you.
Kelly McGillis,
Thank you.
thank you for being here. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Up next, find out how you can walk in the shoes of your favorite Hollywood star. And later, teen singing sensation Britney Spears performs.